How you doing, folks? It's Ron from Ron's Beer Reviews and Tools. And I've got a beer to review today, as you can see in front of you here. It's from Zero Gravity Craft Brewery up there in Burlington, Vermont. There's the address, actually. 716 Pine Street, Burlington, Vermont. 4.7% ABV. Zero Gravity. Nice looking can. Little Wolf stands for the hops that I'll explain a little bit later, the way they look at it. We are one. Please recycle this can. I like the way they got their barcode here. It's shape of the state of Vermont. Yeah. I know there's some, in 2012, they started distributing the Zero Gravity. I'll explain on the Zero Gravity is the brewery name. It's a craft brewer, and they really got big in 2015. So it's just a good-sized brewery, but you don't hear much about it. And for some reason, I don't know why. I've had one of their brews before. I've done a beer review on it, but Little Wolf. The translation of that is basically of the hop species Humulus lupulus, we know as hops, which got its name because it was small but feisty, Little Wolf. We think this beer fits that description pretty well. These are their words now, the brewery. This pale ale was brewed with barley, oats, and fine blend of hops featuring Horizon and Citra. All right, let's, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I got my snack in front of me there. Yeah, okay. There it is there. It's my snack. It's a chicken cordon bleu. It's got some tomatoes, some onions, some black olives, some mayonnaise, some ham is in there. There's the chicken there, as you can see. There's a ham, there's tomatoes. There you go, another shot of tomatoes and the ham and the onions and the black olives. And the bread has got all grain, everything on it. I think it even has garlic on it that I can smell. All right, let's get a glass. Do we have a glass? We have a glass coming. Yep. We got the Lazy Dog from the package store. They call it the Beer Shop up in Salem, New Hampshire. This was a gift for my loving #1 son and his fiance, who gave me a good package of beer and snacks and glasses in it. This is one of them. It was really good. Really good. I love them both. They'll be getting married soon. All right, without further ado, I wish them all the luck in the world, those two. Two fine folks. Well, that's what I call a head. I guess this must have gotten shaken up a little, shook up, all shook up. So what we're going to do is we'll shut down to that stops. All right. We still have the big hair on it. So what I'm going to do is, excuse me, I'm eating some nuts before I get to my sandwich. I will drink it out of the glass, out of the can, I mean. I will explain some of this beer here. This style here is an American Pale Ale. The malts in this are pale malt Munich 2. Now, I've never heard of Munich 2 before. Oats are in this. It's going to make it a smooth brew. And Pale Crystal. Pale Crystal is to me, fairly new. I've seen it before, but it seems to be fairly new for some reason, but it could have been around for a while. I'm not all that up on all the hops. I mean, all the malts, I mean. The malts in this are Horizon. I never heard of that. Citra, Cascade, and Mosaic. That's a nice lineup of hops that are in this, and should give some real good fuse, some nice flavors and aromas in this. The yeast they use is their house ale yeast. As you can see, it's over there. It's a deep gold color, and as far as with pale amber, usually that's the color that always associated with a pale ale as the rule. The IBUs in this, I've seen it on the can, are 40 international bid units at 4.7% ABV. And now when you start brewing this, the original gravity was 12.9. Well, they went from there down to whatever the alcohol level was. They don't say, just say the original gravity. Like I say, this beer, Little Wolf, they can say it's gluten-free. The reason that is Little Wolf is a gluten-free reduced beer. Really, it's reduced to the numbers that the whatever protects the beer industry, the FDA, I guess it is. That's what I'm trying to say. It is brewed using the same ingredients as every other zero-gravity beer that you know. But they're the same malt, hops, yeast, and water. However, with this one here, with this Little Wolf, they add an enzyme during fermentation. So I wonder if that's why the head is like that. They had an enzyme during fermentation, and it breaks down the gluten proteins. They call them protein chains, and it renders the gluten levels below FDA standards. So, excuse me, for gluten-free beer, that's 20 parts per million. So this could be safe alternative for people with gluten sensitivities. So if you've gluten bothers you folks, this beer here is FDA approved. It's an alternative for people with gluten sensitivities. We test each and every batch of Little Wolf to ensure that it meets the standard. So there you go. Really, it's a gluten-free beer. Might as well make myself get a white mustache. We'll go for the glass. I do like this can. So GRAVITY Brewery. All right, no further ado. I don't think there's any more to say on the beer here. I did say it's brewed in Burlington. I think south end of Burlington, because I've done one of their brews before. It's located right on Lake Champlain, up there in Burlington, Vermont. Right on Lake Champlain, not too far from Canada. I've been to Burlington quite a bit, Burlington, Vermont, and it's a nice place. Many years ago when I was there, it was like set back in time, the bus station, when I was there the first time I went up there. But it's a good location right on Lake Champlain. All right, so I think that they have a number of breweries in I think that area of Vermont, but don't hold me to it, of Burlington, I think of Portland, Maine. All right, no further ado. Let me take a nose to this. I'm down to get at my sub. It's a nice looking sandwich. It smells a bit dank at first. And when I mean dank, I'm not saying that negatively. Maybe it's the yeast. It really has the aroma of a number of different style beers that I've come across. It's a little bit of peach, like peach in it, orange or citrus kind of papilio. That's, I guess, the pie. All right, bottoms up. Oh, good flavor, good flavor. When they say dry beer, this kind of answers the call. When they say a dry beer, I mean, it had a nice big wet head on it, and I think it's probably the nature of this beer. And it's a little bit sweet. I can taste the maltiness and the flavor. Nice balance in this. I'm getting a bit of the hops. Not much bitterness at all. It's easy drinking. It's refreshing. So it's one of those beers that goes down nice. Yeah, peach and orange are the flavors that are in that I'm getting. Kind of a bit of the sweetness, could be the caramel kind of sweetness. Nothing is overpowering. The hops blend right in with the malt, so there's no maltiness because it's brewed well. I like that they dry hop it a bit and adds to the flavor. I think they do dry hop it because I'm getting that kind of hoppiness flavor. I don't know what the malt, that crystal type malt, if that imparts flavor on it. And it's a nice beer. Definitely a nice pale ale, I should say. It's very drinkable. And I will get this again. Definitely will get this again. It's 4.7% ABV. So it's a sessionable beer. You can have your family or friends come over. Really enjoy it. 4.7, you can have more than a few. Don't drive afterwards, though. Feeling real nice tasting beer. Okay, sum it up. It's very tasty, has good aroma, and good look for a pale ale. I will get it again. So now people have been asking about my treats, and I've been going to sandwiches, summery sandwiches, and there we go. That's what it looks like. I'll take a bite. That is good. Sorry for talking my mouth full, folks, but that is flavorful. I like the chicken in this, and all the toppings, including the ham. I won't burden you anymore of me eating this sub. It's really good. But we're talking about the beer. And I already said I would get this again. It's flavorful. It's a good drinking beer. It's definitely a sessionable beer. So with that said, folks, enjoy the day. Ciao.